This video is about Zip Cyan, and it's in a highest position, normal view, what you'd normally identify it as. And I'm going to show you three brief examples. All three of these are in when we're highest, well, let me back up. Zip Cyan, when it's highest, it goes down. It's going into a downtrend. When Zip Cyan is lowest, it's going into an uptrend. Those are the basic rules of how we look at Zip Cyan. But we do want to have we want to be headed in the right direction, because you can it just works out better if you're headed in the right direction. And by that I mean, if you're dealing with a Zip Cyan highest and we know that that's going to go down, we'd like to have our long-term trend lines in a downtrend, because you're best off working with the trend. And so there's three examples. I'm in Netflix here. This is a example of or I'm going to show you three examples of this situation. The first one is, I'm going to move the vertical red line over to this position. This is the first day that the Zip Cyan became highest. And as you can see down below in our power chart, I've got the zip chart and the power chart here. As you can see down below, we are in a nice downtrend. And we also have the orange and green underneath, the power orange and green underneath the zero line. And when they are under the zero line, they a lot of times have more power than when they're above the zero line. Not always true, but you'll find the relationship interesting at times. Just like when the power green is above the orange and in an uptrend, it's good when it's above the zero line. Alright, now this is the first day. If you happen to catch this right away, if you'd had an alert set in your scan where you know, at 8:30, or excuse me, at a few minutes after the open, then you would have been able to pick up this nice red candle in a short position. But assuming that you found it today or found it at night, then next day things are going to go down. That's what the information, that's what the rule is with excuse me, with Zip Cyan highest. So the next day, yes, it goes down. The third day, yes, it goes down. And that's going to be the last day that Zip Cyan remains low. When we look at it, we've got a high right leg W in the zip red. It's likely to go up and cross over the next day. So in that particular situation, that might be the last day. Both of these are lower prices, but the candles are green. So you can see there's some divergent pressure that's going on in this situation. But in any case, that's the first example of a Zip Cyan highest. Over here we have another example. Zip Cyan is below zero. We're in a downtrend. And when we have Zip Cyan highest, we know that next day it's going to go down. You can't always see the big gaps, but obviously this one gapped down quite a bit. In fact, this one went from $114.38, and then it opened on this day at 109 even. So it gapped down $5. And I'm not into gaps right now, but on another video, there's plenty of videos on gaps down and gaps up that you can go to and identify what your setups are and your signals. The last one I'm going to show is right here in this candle, or in this vertical line, and that is the zip Cyan right now is at 40, and it's really close to the zip green, which is at 37. So we know the zip Cyan is highest, and it actually goes up. Zip Cyan actually goes up the next day to 42, but we can see we got a nice red candle the next day on the following this vertical red line. So those are the normal views of what we have for the zip Cyan highest.